I'm glad to hear that you're doing wonderful. I'm doing great. Thank you. What's on your mind today?
Can you tell me about alternative universe where World War III has started? Who initiated it? What was the parties involved? How long does this World War III was going for? And what is the outcome of this?
Imagining an alternative universe where World War III has started is both fascinating and complex. Here's one possible scenario. In this hypothetical version of World War III, tensions had been rising globally due to a combination of political, economic, and technological factors. It begins in the late 21st century, with cyber warfare and artificial intelligence playing a significant role, unlike previous world wars that relied mainly on physical combat. Who initiated it, World War III might have been sparked by a high stakes geopolitical conflict between major powers. In this scenario, a small scale border clash escalates rapidly due to pre existing alliances and political tensions. A plausible trigger could be a territorial dispute in the South China Sea, with either China or the United States becoming directly involved. The conflict spreads quickly, with NATO allies supporting the United States, while Russia, China, and several other nations join forces. Parties involved. The main sides could include NATO and allied nations, led by the United States, with support from the European Union, Japan, South Korea, Australia, and other allied nations. Eastern Bloc, comprising China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, and several smaller allied nations, united by shared opposition to NATO influence and the West. This hypothetical war sees new alliances form and old ones break apart, with some smaller countries remaining neutral or acting as peace brokers. Cyber attacks, space warfare, and AI driven drones are widely used alongside traditional military operations. How long does it last? Given the intensity of modern weaponry and the global economic interdependence, this World War III could be relatively short but extremely devastating. It might last only 2 to 3 years, as the rapid escalation makes it difficult to sustain prolonged conflict. The use of advanced technology would mean swift, decisive battles, but also high civilian and infrastructure losses. The war would likely end with a peace treaty, possibly facilitated by neutral countries. However, the world that emerges afterward would be very different, likely marked by intense rebuilding efforts, realigned global powers, and a collective resolve to prevent such a war from happening again. Of course, this is just one fictional interpretation of how World War III might unfold, based on modern day geopolitics and technology. Sorry, I'm having issues right now.